G'day guys, welcome back to Quick Gaming Gossip. Today we have the man, the myth, the legend, the face, whatever you want to call him. Good old Jimberino over here, Mr. PvP yeah. Do you want to say
Yes,
hello,
sir.
Jimberino?
How you guys doing? Glad to be here. Thank you, Oscar Matt, for having me on.
Thanks for coming on. As we know from previous ones, it's just going to be a quick little chat about tournaments and how they fit into Illuvium and pretty much gaming as a whole. Obviously, esports and stuff has blown up and gone. It's gone absolutely bonkers over the last probably 10, 15 years, maybe a bit too long, maybe 10 years. It's really come along,
Hmm.
and obviously Illuvium. That's something that they really want to push into. What You've obviously come from other games. Have you participated in tournaments before, or run anything tournaments or anything like that, or is this kind of the first game you really want to get into that realm?
This is kind of my first game, really. I've done some like team stuff with my friends with League of Legends, but I never took it too serious. But I've been following League of Legends esports and some other esports for over 10 years now. Like it's definitely a deep passion. I don't like regular sports. Only other thing I like is like fighting, mixed martial arts, stuff like that. But yeah, I've watched so much esports content. Like at the end of the day, I might as well have ran a tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like the opposite. Like I grew up playing rugby and cricket and swimming and all these other sports, and it's weird. I'm getting into this content game, but I don't watch any content. Like I've never
Yeah.
really watched any esports or anything like that. I don't really like watching people play games. I just like playing them myself. So it seems
Hmm.
weird to get into an avenue where I'm asking people to watch me and whatever.
I
But
know.
it's super weird. But people do love watching it, and
Hmm.
as people have seen, it's one of the biggest sports pretty much in the world now. If you make it as a whole, kind
Hmm.
of
Yeah.
all games are one sport.
The League of Legends World's Final. I don't know how they do their math on this because
Yeah,
I don't know if it's right, but they say it gets more viewership than the Super Bowl. So take that with a grain of salt. But I mean, there's a lot of people in China, and it's very, very popular in China. They have big ass stadiums, so really, I wouldn't doubt it if it that was the case. But who knows? You know what I mean?
yeah. Like the Super Bowl is worldwide, but I don't know how many
Mhm.
Like it's probably excludes Asia. To be honest, like I don't know how many Asian countries actually watch the NFL.
There's yeah, like the NFL is like specifically mostly just for the United States. I know there's like some other countries,
But
but
it
with
gets
League of Legends,
televised in Australia
yeah,
and Europe and stuff. But yeah, I don't. I really feel like it's really against or different to what Asian countries usually watch.
yeah, off topic, NFL is trying to reach out, but the thing that like esports has over it, right, is it's global. Like there's
Yeah.
just more people there. Um, yeah,
People
it is
game
what it
people
is.
game in every country of the world.
Hmm.
It's a different
Yep.
tools and different consoles, but gaming is worldwide. And now that you can stream something so well, especially a gaming contest, it can be streamed so easily everywhere. So I can see why
100%.
it's so big. Right. But I did ask for a few questions for people. I got one from Viper here. And he's asking, what sponsors do you reckon are okay for the Illuvian tournaments and or players in those? Everything 18 plus, like adult content, booze, drugs, guns, politically motivated, military, banks, exchanges. Very, very heated question or loaded question. What do you feel like is good for Illuvian, or should it be just plain butter?
I mean, I personally don't think certain 18 plus content is good at all. Personally, that's just my beliefs. But politically motivated, also no. Military, also no. That just seems weird. What was the last one that he said again?
The last one was banks and exchanges. So I guess like your coin spots and stuff like that. If it's
Yeah, like an
being more
FTX or
relative, yeah,
crypto.com. I
yeah.
know crypto.com sponsors the UFC. There was like a $180 million deal, and that's going over fine. I know like FTX was sponsoring TSM, which was one of the biggest esports orgs, and we all saw how that went.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, FTX fucked it up for all of us, and
Yeah.
now the crypto has like a black stain on it in the esports community. So fuck you, Sam Bankman-Fried. Thanks for that, you piece of shit. Uh, Censor that. Sorry.
That's
Um,
fine. You can I swear all the time. I don't care. I know
I
some
don't.
people don't like swearing on their channel, but just go for it.
Yeah, I don't like being mean, even though some people deserve it. But, anyways, it is
Oh,
what
he
it
did.
is.
He fucked something. He fucked everything for a lot of people and it's still feeling the effects of it now.
Yeah, like TSM is the biggest esports org, and League of Legends is the biggest team, and they had like FTX labeled jerseys and everything, and now it's just a fucking meme. It really just is pathetic, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It's disgusting.
When people in the gaming industry and gaming as a whole are very against NFTs and crypto and stuff, it is a major fuck up. Really, you've kind of just pushed us back a whole year or two worth of what we've been trying to get past to everyone.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I think for the most part, exchanges are fine, especially ones that are like have a good track record. I don't want to go into that. I'm not exactly sure.
No,
I would say probably like Coinbase and crypto.com are fine, but who knows, man? A lot of these people are at the top, or you can never tell where their loyalties lie. So it is what it is.
no. Well, the thing is, who has the biggest money in the world? It's usually like your alcohols, your cigarettes, things that adults buy continuously, banks, crypto, things like that. And a lot of people look at those as like bad things because you're promoting something that's not healthy for you. But no one else has. And fast food chains, Macca's,
Yeah.
they have the most money to spend on things like this. Like, where else are
Yeah.
you going to get your money?
I think things like fast food is fine though, because like that's at the end of the day, you have free will and you can choose to do that or not, even if it is terrible for you. But yeah, it is what it is. I think crypto exchanges are fine, especially the further into the future we go when there's more legislation, have more eyes on them. I think it'll be fine. It just right now there's just not a good look. But I think there's so much money in crypto. Esports does have a problem with being profitable. I don't really think there's that problem. I think the org owners are just really negligent and wasted a lot of VC money on $50 million, $100 million esports facilities, and then uh, multi-million
Overdid.
dollar contracts for esports players when they are not bringing in that kind of revenue. So, a bunch of these a bunch of these old dudes with a bunch of money thought they were getting into the next NFL, and
Yeah.
they were wrong. So it is what it is.
Yeah. It's, you can't just come onto a scene and think that you're going to be making bulk dollars straight off the bat. And like esports is still a very, very early in its sporting life. Like as you
Yep.
said, we're only 10, maybe 15 years if you go to the furthest point back. And think about how far sport has come to be at the point it
Yeah.
is now. It's hundreds of years old or 100 years old or whatever. And they're only been professional for the last 20 or 30 years maximum.
Exactly.
So you can't just come in and think that you're going to have the viewership, you're going to have the sponsorship, you're going to have all these things backing you to make money.
Yeah. It is what it is. What can
Then
you do?
we'll take a bit of a turn, but you and Illumination hosted a little tournament for a couple of
Mhm.
creators. It was about 2 weeks ago now.
Yep. It was
Do you think?
go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
obviously, it is a bit different to esports. This is just a normal tournament hosted by a couple of guys. Do you think this is going to continually keep going, or are you going to try and do more tournaments for creators or just random community members, or what's your thoughts? Where do you want
So
to go?
I probably won't do anything until PvP comes out.
Yeah,
Nobody's interested in that shit right now. At the end of the day, this last tournament was really just for fun and for me and Illumination to practice, and it was just fun for people. Like Artemis was getting into it, which I was not expecting. Like she was so excited. Her and Caveman were like going off. They were having so much
that's
fun.
so good.
Me and Illumination were having fun. You can see Vetamore and Zeptile going off. And Jave was having at the time of his life. His daughter came in and was like, "Daddy, come play." It was the cutest shit ever, dude, ever. But yeah, like that's why I am doing what I'm doing because like
Mhm.
esports is so much fun. It's just a little silly, and everybody's having the time of their life, and that is what it's all about, man. Like seeing the smile on Artie's face, seeing the smile on Nick's face, seeing the smile on everybody's face, me and Illumination playing around. That's what it's about, man. And when PvP comes out, that's gonna just be turned up to the next
Mhm.
level. And the actual game's gonna be fun to watch, right? I mean, at the end of the day, right now we're playing against a computer.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to watch that. But when PvP comes out, we see the foundation that this auto battler has. We know this has the potential to be the best auto battler of all time. And not only that, it's built for esports. There's so many resources that could go into the esport. There's so much money in crypto, especially during a bull run. You think
Mhm,
we're not going to have like some kind of profitability for these teams? No chance. I mean, we saw with Sparkball that these esports orgs don't give a damn about a game if it has NFTs or not. There was Team Liquid, Cloud9, NRG, all of these massive, Fnatic, massive esports teams. Like they don't care. They're in it for. They want to. They're willing to try anything at this point, right? These people. I don't want to talk too much crap because I'm
no,
sure there's stuff that I don't know that's going on behind the scenes.
yeah.
But when you're in that kind of trouble, I'm sure you're willing to do just about anything. And at the end of the day, just this is a win for everybody. Even though they're desperate, they're gonna make some money in the long run. I would think, not financial advice, and we're going to reap the rewards with entertainment. So I'm
But,
happy for it.
like, that's the thing, all these professional esports players, it's their business. They need to
Hmm.
make money, and the thing is, crypto has money. I know it sounds bad to just base it off the fact that there is money, but there's a lot of money getting thrown around, as you said, especially in a bull run. And like, you could even go to the fact that uh, like Illuvium makes money off the game, whereas all these other games, they are not hosting their own esports tournaments. It's someone else hosting the tournament, isn't it? Isn't it? It's not like League of Legends hosts their own tournament.
So Riot Games does, which
Yeah.
owns League of Legends. So Riot hosts their own tournaments for League of Legends and Valorant and all of their games. I'm not really sure how the other companies do it, but I know that a lot of them do kind of have these tournaments here and there. But it seems like franchising leagues is becoming really popular
Mhm.
because Riot did it, which is kind of unfortunate because now we don't have tournaments like pop up every other like month
Yeah.
or every month. But it's also fun from like seeing a season perspective. There's pros and cons to both sides of it. I would personally like to see because like their seasons go for like almost the whole year basically. I personally would like to see Illuvium do like an actual season like you would see in regular sports with a big tournament, and then allow them to
Yeah.
do third party tournaments outside of that season. That would be more interesting to me. I think that would be more interesting for you and everybody as well because it's just
Well,
it's just more interesting. Nobody wants to watch a year long season.
no,
It
I haven't thought about that in extensively, but I agree 100%. And like, you could have a summer series. You could have like your normal esports series might go from say March to August, but then
mhm.
you have your off-season part. You have a different format of like a knockout tournament in March, like the March Madness of basketball. You
Yeah,
could have so many different tournaments over the thing, and people aren't getting halfway through the year and go, "Well, we can't even make it. It's not even worth us really fucking playing." It's you have
100%.
something to play for consistently, and that's a great idea. Hit the
100%.
nail on the head. I love that. Well, I think that will pretty much wrap it up for today. Unless you've got any other thoughts on tournaments, what would you like to see Illuvium bring in for that?
One thing I do want to hit on is real quick is again these esports orgs are having problems making money. They really aren't. They're just not using their money correctly. But one huge way that these esports companies could be making monies is selling their skins. I know they do it in league, but once you sell a skin with an esports org branded, now that we have blockchain technology and people are selling those skins around, you can give them those royalties off of people speculating on the price. And now
Mm,
these orgs are actually getting constant revenue coming in. So that's one thing I want to see happen. And I'm sure that's something the Illuvium team's already thinking. A lot of the times, especially now that I'm on council, I think, well, why isn't the Illuvium team doing this? Or why isn't the Illuvium team doing that? They are. You just don't
yeah.
know. You know what I mean? Like now that I'm seeing it firsthand, like they for sure are. So as far as esports go, I'm very confident that Illuvium is going to perform how they should.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not in the background, but I have faith, and I see that every time you think of something you don't think you needed, or something comes out you don't think you need, like, oh, that's heaps
Hmm.
better than what I thought it was going to be. So they got backing. The thing with selling skins, Illuvium should make money consistently. Look at the secondary market. Look how much money they're making already. And there's nothing out
100%.
there except for Luvitars. Wait until the
Yep.
full game's out there and everything's getting sold. Like, the amount of money that Illuvium should make to then put back into events like this, it should just be a constant funnel, and it gets more people into the game. And
Completely agree.
oh, I agree. Let's go. But anyway, that's going to wrap us up for the quick gaming gossip. Say thank you to Jimberino over here for jumping on with me. I don't know. Do you got a creator code? What's yours?
Jimbo5.
Don't use that one. Use mine.
Jimbo5.
OMG5. Go and buy some merch. But thanks for jumping on, Jimberino.
Not just that. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. 100%. If you don't do it, I'll find where you live in Minecraft.
He will track you down, and you don't want the big Jimberino after you.
You know what I mean?
See you later, guys, and thanks, Jimbo.